I once again brought this issue based on the reply of the Home Minister in the floor of the House that he is not aware of the existing of sex worker in the city of Shillong. I am sad to see that the government is taken lightly on the matter along with a little bit of laughter. I am least bothered with the behavior of the House when I raise a question on this particular matter. What disappointed me is a denial of the government that such a trait exists in Kadei. When it seems that the government does not believe in me as a public representative, I have gone to the extent of inviting him for inspection around Kadei. From social media reports, it appears that the police department was fully aware of this Kadei issue. But I'm not going to spell out details in this August House. Everybody knows it. I will just urge the government to go through it and do the needful. I have no intention to question the ignorance by the Home Minister, Honorable Home Minister, on this issue. But I'm here to offer my cooperation, heart and soul, to work together in eradicating such ills which is harmful to society at large. In the last session, when I raised the issue of Kadei being a trafficking pickup point, please recall that the humble Home Minister denied the fact in this August House, and this is on record. I want to therefore request the Home Minister to clarify again and answer this question clearly. Is Kadei a trafficking pickup point of sex worker or not? Please answer this question clearly to all members of this House so that we have no doubt about it. My intention in bringing up this issue is because of the reason behind the unfortunate situation which the women have themselves clarified and the request of help from the government. I'm not against the government, neither against the unfortunate woman. My intention is to get the government and all of us lawmakers to accept reality, to do something about it. We are a very small state with a very small population, and it is not expected that trafficking should be so rampant in such a small population. I would request the government to conduct a study. Point number one, how many women are involved in the sex trade in Meghalaya with rural and urban, educated and uneducated, married and unmarried status. Number two, estimate of number of children whose mothers depends on the sex trade. Number three, reason for getting involved in the trade. Number four, estimate of those who are willing to lead a normal life if they get a proper opportunity. My request before the House is to treat this issue as a real issue facing our state, because if we do not try to address it, it will lead to many problems of our society. I'm dare to say that it may be more dangerous than the virus COVID-19. It is sad to stand in this House as a lawmaker to admit that we have so many women who are forced to sell their bodies because they have no other alternative. How many more are there who also depend on drugs trafficking, illicit sale of liquors, etc.? Therefore, Mr. Speaker, sir, I request the government, through you, to come up with a clear-cut policy on this very issue with clear, practical solution to. As per the report of National AIDS Control Organization, NACO, in the year 2018-19, there are 1,553 female sex workers in Meghalaya who have registered in many projects run by various NGOs and sponsored by the organization. The Meghalaya AIDS Control Society has reported last year that there are 4,525 registered people living with HIV in the state. Out of them, 2,198 are females and 223 are children, 104 boys and 119 girls. So painful, sir. These figures are alarming for a state with a population of just more than 33 lakhs. But the figures that will released by the government will be taken as final. So I'll not take much of my time. So I once again urge seriously to Honorable Minister, to the government, through you, Mr. Speaker, sir, let's take up this very issue seriously so that our fame will be again exist in this very beloved state of us.
I just want to make one clarification, sir, regarding my reply on this start question 21. I stand with my reply that no, sir. That is number one. And number two, I want to spell out what is the whole scenario in the state of Meghalaya and what action have the government do and what we will take as the community so that this type of thing could be prevented. Mr. Speaker, sir, according to Immoral Traffic Prevention Act 1956, activities such as maintenance of brothels or soliciting customers are punishable offense. However, the need of the hour is to address the issue through human approach. However, the Supreme Court of India in Kaurav Jain versus Government of India 1997 has observed that it is the duty of the state to rehabilitate the sex worker. It has held that therefore it is the duty of the state to come to their aid to retrieve them from prostitution, rehabilitate them by lending them a helping hand to lead a life with dignity of person, self-employment through provision of education, financial support, develop marketing facilities as some of the major avenue on this behalf. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Apex Court has noted that sex workers are allowed a life of dignity under Article 21 of the Constitution. The Supreme Court has held that sex workers should be rehabilitated and that it is duty of the state to ensure their rehabilitation. Mr. Speaker, sir, towards this goal of rehabilitation, the state, through the Meghalaya AIDS Control Society, has been working towards rehabilitation of sex workers. The Meghalaya AIDS Control Society is implementing target intervention project for female workers through different NGO with objective of preventing transmission of HIV and other sexually transmitted infection, and to provide other service. Mr. Speaker, sir, the different services provided to the female sex worker are A. Provision of drop-in center where the safe space is provided for this targeted population. These serve as a counseling center, recreational center, health checkup, access to contraceptive, IEC material, and others. Further counseling services are also provided at the DIC or in the field through counselor. B. The required check-up, medical check-up, including screening of HIV and syphilis, is being provided through doctors who are working very closely with the project. HIV positive cases are provided antiretroviral therapy, ART. C. Contraceptive promotion and distribution of FSW through DIC or in the field of targeted intervention staff, that is outreach worker and peer educator and counselor. D. The crisis prevention and management through crisis management committee at every TI. E. Advocacy with other stakeholders at TI level so that they can understand the need of TI service for FSW, female sex worker. 5. During the COVID situation, telecounseling was provided by TI staff to female sex workers who are facing certain crises due to the pandemic. TI NGO in Giant Hills and East Coast Hills were able to provide free food items in collaboration with the different individual, district administration, district legal service authority, NGO, and community-based organization extra. Mask, sanitizer also were provided wherever possible. Home delivery of ART medicine were ensured by TI staff during the lockdown to positive female sex worker. Master Speaker, sir, in response to COVID pandemic, the Honorable Supreme Court had passed an order for the provision of one-time free rations to those female sex workers registered with the National AIDS Control Society Organization or Meghalaya AIDS Control Society by the state government. In this regard, Meghalaya AIDS Control Society, along with the Target Intervention NGO, has coordinated and collaborated with the Deputy Commissioner Office to provide free rations to 79 female sex workers in East Coast Hills, 44 in West End Hills, 44 in East Giant Hills, and 16 in Ribhoy. The female sex workers who received this dry ration are mostly those who belong to the low economic background or those without ration card. Mr. Speaker, sir, the following are the NGO and the active population of female sex workers as on February 2021. East Coast District, name of NGO is Manbha Foundation. Active population of female sex workers is 371. West End Hills, Mentudu Community Social Welfare Organization. Active population, female sex worker population is 380. East End Hills, Mentudu Community Social Welfare Organization. Active female sex workers is 157. Ribhoy, KJPA, SELDA. Active female sex worker is 305. South Koro Hills, ADIL, Kandihan Society. Active population is, female sex worker population is 300. Master Speaker, sir, to prevent the use of hotel for trafficking and the place, the SOP have been issued to hotels in East Coast Hills by the police. A. Photos of all visitors need to be taken at the time of check-in and sent daily to the police station. B. All hotels have to submit a report stating that status of CCTV in the daily report. In case it is not functioning due to technical snag, the same need to be mentioned and the effort taken to get the same rectified. The CCTV footage after compilation for a period of 1 month needs to be converted in CD and given to police station for records and usage in case there is no backup for longer period. C. Sufficient well-trained private security personnel should be engaged by the management from the registered private security agency. Guests should not be allotted a room without identity proof. C. No juvenile as defined in the Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Act shall be given accommodation unless accompanied by parent or guardian. F. No illegal activities as defined in POCSO/Immoral Traffic Prevention Act and other act prevalent shall be carried out in the hotel, guest house, or resorts. G. No occupant shall be allowed to use the hotel for residential purposes and reside for a long period of time. H. All OC of police station and IC of bit house or outpost in East Casillas district have been instructed to regularly monitor that the instruction given are to be complied with. Master Speaker, sir, apart from the SOP that has been issued, the police officials of East Casillas district are also engaging in proactive measures such as regular checking of hotel, lodge, guest house located in Kandailat area are being conducted, and verification of those individuals staying in hotel, lodge is also being done. 2. Anti-human trafficking unit of East Casillas district also conduct raid when input about immoral activities are being received. 3. Foot patrolling at regular interval and night patrolling by police officers and personnel of East Casillas, Shillong is being done. 4. A special cell for women has been set up in Sardar Police Station, East Casillas, exclusively dealing in case relating to sexual assault, domestic violence, missing case, and immoral trafficking. 10. Master Speaker, sir, I have highlighted some of the steps taken by the government and various agencies to work towards a rehabilitation of sex workers. However, there is a need to do more. We need to create awareness among the sex workers of the risk of human trafficking and exploitation of women and children, of the health-related risks. Associated with the sex work, of creating awareness amongst themselves of their rights and duties, especially in ensuring that they lead a life of dignity and respect. As per Honorable Court has noted that we need to work towards creating an opportunity for their education, providing skill, and required for employment to lead a life of dignity and respect. Sir, I have already mentioned, for the point raised by the Honorable, I have already mentioned the number of registered female sex workers as per the record which I have already mentioned. But regarding the how many children they have, I don't have the record with me. And regarding the steps taken by the government, the various steps taken by the government and other NGO, I have already explained. Sir, the need of the hour is that we have to sensitize the people, we have to sensitize our locality and our youth that sex work, this type of thing is not good for society, and we need to consult each and every female sex worker as and when we come into in contact or in consultation with them, so that we can bring them into the mainstream so that they could lead the dignified life. With this word, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much for Honorable Minister, who had made clarification on some point that I have raised. At least we are clear enough since the House had clear about the Minister, which he had accept the fact that what things had been happening around. So I do wish that the government will take up seriously, like myself. So I'm offering myself whatever we can do good because we don't want to see that thing will turn up from bad to worse.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.